Hey guys, what's going on? Kyle here with the Car Guys. I'm bringing you a brand new video. As you've seen the title, it's going to be the predictions for the upcoming ban list. As you guys know, with the ban list and everything, it usually happens roughly right around Worlds time. It could either be right before Worlds or right after Worlds. Usually, believe it or not, we usually don't get a reset of like the game itself. I don't think right after Worlds. I think it's like usually the ban list after Worlds is when we usually get like the huge game reset. Right now, with the current format, the current state of the meta, as you could say, I think that we desperately need a reset on this game. As of late, as you guys seen, I posted I told Blair to do this as well, with all the events we've been going to, profile as many Burning Abyss decks as possible. And a lot of people got sick of it, and I wanted you guys to get sick of it, and there's a few reasons on why I wanted you guys to get sick of it and everything. First and foremost, I wanted you guys to see that the deck was very cookie cutter. The deck was, 38, you could play, it was like 37 card mandatory that you had to play, and you could play around with like 1, 2, 3 cards, or you had to play more cards in the deck. And I know a few Konami people watch the videos that we put up and everything, and I want them to see what's happening to this game, where you have a deck that literally just does a crazy play and then backs it up with a floodgate, and the game's over in one turn. That's very unhealthy for the game. As you guys saw in Blair's video, it was titled Top 5 Most Unhealthy Cards in the Game right now. That doesn't exclude, the Cosmo cards. The Cosmo cards are still really not fair either, to a certain extent. I mean, not to, discredit Blair in any way. I think the deck is very fair. I think that the combo is you can easily out the combo if you have the right cards too. Like Monarchs, even with the combo, is, per se, really good matchup against the Cosmo deck in itself. But I've constructed a few cards here that I thought that were going to get either, hit the 1, hit banned maybe, or hit the 2 or something along those lines. I've come up with a few of them here, and it might end up being a thing, it might not, you never know. But I'm going to go ahead and get to the cards I think might go to like 2. One, I think going to 2, Pantheism might end up making a hit at 2, and Aether. I think those 2 cards are probably the 2 best cards to go to 2. Reason being, it hurts the consistency a little bit with the deck, but it doesn't necessarily just like destroy the deck. Now, keeping on with the Monarch theme, I think Stormforth might end up going to 1. You see that card, if you're playing that deck, you want to see that card. If you're playing against the deck, you don't want to see that card. That is probably I think right now it's one of the most powerful cards in the game right now. And with that being said, I think that card is more like an auto win a lot of times, especially if a deck like Monarchs can loop it and get it back. If you have cards that can search it, you have technically 6 ways you can search the card through your deck with Pantheisms and Tenacities. And then on top of that, if it gets removed from like a prime play or something, or if you go Ether or whatever you call it, like you can just get it back with an Edia later on if it's banished, things along those lines. So looking along those lines, I think Stormforth is a very unhealthy card for the game. I think it deserves to go to 1. At this point, even though Monarchs brick a lot, they're still the most powerful deck. If they get their engine going, that you cannot stop them. I think that deck in itself should be put down in its place, to be honest. Other cards, I think going to 1. I don't really have anything else going to 2. You could debate maybe Dark Destroyer going to 2 or 1. I think with that being said, going to 2 with any Cosmo cards, I don't think of anything. You could debate putting Tin Can and Dark Destroyer to 1. Right now, with the release of like Cosmic Cyclone, I don't think you can really justify Cosmo Town being a card to technically hit to 1. Then that would pretty much kill their tempo card. And you really don't want to kill their tempo card. You want to kill the cards that the tempo card gets back. And obviously that's, Dark Destroyer. I think right now, with that being said, a Dart Destroyer might have the biggest chance of going to 1. It'll increase the combo deck. It'll increase the chances of you opening up the combo significantly, actually, because with the combo, what we found, you really need to open up like both field spells in some form or fashion, like terraforming or the other things, or the and 1 of 6 ships, which is 3 Slip and 3 Dart Destroyer. And you can end your field with like Dark Planet, Infinity, Leviair, and like a Dark Witch or something like that. It's like, wow. So looking at that per se, I think that Dart Destroyer might have to go to 1 in that specific instance. Now looking at the Card of Demise build with Cosmos, I think obviously Card of Demise should go to 1 or banned. I think that card is very. I don't like that card. Like, I even played the card, but I don't like that card at all. Seeing what that card can do, I mean, when I play, I don't like my opponent interacting with me at all. I like just to control the game. I'm a very controlling type. I have like a controlling type mana when I want to play, so I think that card promotes that. And I think it's to the point now with that specific card that let your traps play for you, and I'm not all about that now. I think the game needs a hard reset, and I don't think Card of Demise should be a part of that reset. So, I think Anti-Spell should either go to 1 or get banned. Going forth with what Konami's done in the past with with floodgates, it probably won't get banned. It probably will go to 1 because that card is too powerful. You open that card, it's an auto win versus most decks. With the combo build for Cosmo, it's an auto win because if they have to open up spells to their play, and if they can't do their play turn 1 or when it's their play, it's GG for them. It's GG straight up for Pendulum decks. It is GG for Monarchs for the most part, unless they just open it up. So yeah, I think going to 1 as well might be Dante. I think BA just need to go bye-bye altogether. This is the 2nd year. It's been technically the best deck, or one of the best decks, and I think that with the combination of Seer as well, I think Seer and Dante both need to go to 1. I think those cards in combination with each other, and Beatrice, I think it's the reason the deck is as good as it is, and obviously everybody plays the deck because of that. And I think being able to just loop Dante Sir off your Beatrice and just keep on looping that is pretty insane. And I think something needs to be said of that card. Those cards. Another card that I was talking about was Kieran. Right now, obviously, as you see, Kieran's probably one of the most meta-defining cards right now. And with Kieran, it destroys the VA matchup. It can disrupt so many different plays on your opponent's turn, and that's pretty much what this format's been about right now, is being able to set up and then play on your opponent's turn. That's what Monarchs have done. Burning Abyss adapted to that, and Cosmo's done that from the start. So being able to play on your opponent's turn is a huge advantage in this game, being able to disrupt plays and such. Other cards you can consider is like Monkey Board maybe getting banned. I think Monkey Board being a 1-card scale is ridiculous. So, really cool. Other cards right now, really just not off the top of my head, would be a real big concern. As far as I said, I'll go through it one more time. Anti-Spell to 1, Dark Destroyer to 1, Card of Demise to 1 or banned, Stormforth to 1, Pantheism to 2, Aether to 2, Sir and Dante to 1, and Kieran I guess to 1. There's so many different things you could talk about now with each given deck. You could also talk about Soul Charge coming back off the ban list, which I think would be kind of cool. That's the one card I want to talk about for a second with coming off the ban list, because you have a Resurgence of Dragons now, and now seeing the Blue Eyes deck being a thing. Now you can argue, grind game. Soul Charge was awesome, and you could kind of bring nostalgia back into the game from back in 2014, which I think a lot of people want to see. You definitely bring Soul Charge to 2 would be cool, especially with Pot of Desires being a card, because you banish 1, you can still play Soul Charge. I think it'd be a cool addition to the upcoming format. And I mean, at this point in time, I really don't know any more cards just off the top of my head that I've experienced. I mean, there's a few other cards that I could, you know, go in depth with, maybe like Terraforming or something like that. It's being able to search, you know, any very powerful field spell right now. It could definitely be a card that could definitely go to 1/2. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't hold it past Konami to put a Terraforming to 1, but yeah, you know, whatever. Like, hey, let me know what you guys think of your the cards you think might come off the ban list, go on the ban list. If you have any suggestions about anything, definitely, you know, put them in the description or the comments below. Sorry, it's very tired. It's 4 o'clock in the morning now, so I don't know why I decided to record this video now. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the video. Leave a like if you didn't, or if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already as well. You know, comment down below what you think, what you want to see from the channel. We have a lot more duels getting edited right now. AJ and myself are working on a few more deck profiles of the new upcoming format. So hopefully, you know, here in the next, you know, week or so, we'll be back on popping for discussions, deck profiles, Johnny Lee videos, and things along those lines. So hopefully you guys stay tuned for that. We appreciate the continued support, and hopefully we can bring home a World Win with Tommy. That'd be awesome. So if you guys are going to be in Orlando in 2 weeks, we'll definitely be there cheering on Tommy, trying to win a World Championship. That would be freaking awesome. But until then, guys, I'm Kyle with the Car Guys. Take it easy.